Hello, everyone, and welcome to UniHouse Academy. I am your host, Karen, and I am so happy to have you here today. This channel is a special place designed to help you improve your English skills in a natural and fun way. By listening to our episodes regularly, you are giving your brain the best chance to understand native sounds and rhythms. One of the most effective methods we use here is shadowing. This means you listen to me and repeat what I say at the same time. This simple practice helps you build amazing confidence and natural fluency over time. Before we dive into our story today about making English a daily habit, I want to ask you for a small favor. If you find these lessons helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and press the like button. Your support helps us create more content for learners all around the world. By joining our community, you are taking a big step toward mastering the English language. Today, we are going to explore how you can make speaking English a part of your normal life without feeling stressed or tired. It is all about small steps and consistency. So, find a comfortable place, get ready to shadow my voice, and let us begin this journey together right now.
Let me tell you a story about a man named Leo. Leo was a very busy office worker who lived in a big, noisy city. He really wanted to learn English because he dreamed of traveling to new countries and meeting new friends. However, Leo had a big problem that many of you might recognize. He felt like he had no time to study. Every morning, he woke up early, rushed to work, spent all day in meetings, and came home feeling very tired. He tried to open his heavy grammar books at night, but his eyes would close, and he would fall asleep after only 5 minutes. He felt sad and thought that he would never be able to speak English well. He thought that learning a language required hours of sitting at a desk with a teacher. But one day, Leo realized something very important. He did not need to find extra time. He just needed to change how he used the time he already had. He decided to stop looking at English as a difficult subject in school and start looking at it as a part of his daily life. This small change in his mind was the beginning of a very big transformation for him. He started to look for little moments throughout his day where he could practice speaking without needing a book or a classroom.
The next morning, Leo started his new routine. While he was in the kitchen making his morning coffee, he decided to speak out loud. He looked at the coffee machine and said, "Now I am putting the water into the machine." Then he picked up his favorite blue mug and said, "I am choosing my favorite mug for my delicious coffee." It felt a little bit silly at first to talk to himself in an empty kitchen, but he kept going. He described every action he did. "I am pouring the milk now. The coffee smells very good today. I am ready to start my day." By doing this, Leo was practicing his speaking skills before he even left his house. He was not worried about making mistakes because no one was there to judge him. He was just getting his mouth and his brain used to the sounds of English words. This simple act of narrating his morning routine helped him wake up his brain and feel more connected to the language. He realized that he knew many words for things in his kitchen, like spoon, sugar, and bread. He felt a small spark of joy because he was finally using his English in a real way. It was only 5 minutes, but it was a great start to his day.
After finishing his coffee, Leo walked to the bus station to go to work. Usually, he would just look out the window or check his phone in silence. But today, he put on his headphones and listened to a simple English podcast, just like the one you are listening to right now. As the host spoke, Leo whispered the words quietly to himself. This is the shadowing technique we talk about so much here at UniHouse Academy. He listened to the rhythm of the sentences and tried to copy the way the speaker sounded. When the bus stopped, he looked at the people getting on and off and tried to describe them in his head using English. He thought, "That man is wearing a red hat," or "That woman is carrying a large green bag." By doing this, he was turning his boring commute into an active learning session. He was not just a passive listener, he was an active participant in the language. The time on the bus went by much faster than usual because his mind was busy and engaged. He felt proud of himself for finding 20 minutes of practice time that used to be wasted. He was learning that English did not have to be a separate task. It could be the background music to his entire life.
When Leo arrived at his office, he found more ways to keep his English routine going. During his lunch break, instead of just scrolling through social media, he decided to play a little game. He looked at the food on his plate and tried to name everything in English. "This is a chicken sandwich with lettuce and tomatoes," he whispered to himself. He even brought a small pack of sticky notes with him. He wrote the English names for things on his desk, like computer, telephone, and notebook, and stuck them on the items. Every time he used his phone, he saw the word and said it quietly. If he had a moment of free time, he would think about his plans for the evening in English. He would say, "Tonight I will go to the gym and then I will cook dinner." This helped him practice the future tense without even opening a grammar book. His coworkers did not even notice what he was doing, but Leo felt a growing sense of confidence. He was building a world of English around him, one small word at a time. He realized that the more he surrounded himself with the language, the less scary it felt. English was becoming a friend rather than a difficult challenge he had to overcome. In the evening, when Leo returned home, he was tired, but he did not want to stop his progress. He had a very cute dog named Max. Leo decided that Max would be his best English-speaking partner. While he took Max for a walk in the park, he talked to him in English. "Look at the trees, Max. The weather is very cool tonight, isn't it?" Max wagged his tail and looked up at Leo, which made Leo laugh. Talking to a pet is a wonderful way to practice, because pets are the best listeners in the world. They never correct your grammar or tell you that your pronunciation is wrong. This gave Leo the freedom to speak quickly and try out new words he had heard earlier in the day. When they got back home, Leo spent just 5 minutes writing in a simple diary. He wrote 3 sentences about his day. "Today was a busy day. I drank good coffee. I talked to Max in English." This helped him practice his writing and speaking at the same time, because he read the sentences out loud after writing them. He was creating a full circle of learning that started in the morning and ended right before he went to sleep. One of the most important things Leo learned was the 5-minute rule. He told himself that if he ever felt too tired or too busy, he only had to do 5 minutes of English. Usually, once he started, he found that he wanted to do more.
But having that small goal made it easy to start every single day. He learned that consistency is much more important than intensity. It is better to speak for 10 minutes every day than to study for 3 hours once a week. By making English a daily habit, his brain began to process the language automatically. He started to think in English without even trying. Sometimes he would see an object and the English word would pop into his head before the word in his native language. This was a huge milestone for him. He realized that his daily routine was like a bridge. Each small action, like talking to his coffee machine or his dog, was a brick in that bridge. Slowly but surely, he was building a path to fluency. He was no longer the man who had no time for English. He was the man who lived his life in English.
Of course, there were days when Leo felt frustrated. Sometimes he forgot a word or struggled to pronounce a difficult sound. But instead of giving up, he remembered that making mistakes is a natural part of the journey. He told himself, "It is okay to make mistakes. That is how I learn." He started to enjoy the process of discovery. When he found a word he did not know, he would look it up on his phone and use it in a sentence right away. He stopped comparing himself to other people and started comparing himself to who he was yesterday. He noticed that he was becoming much faster at forming sentences. His mouth felt less tight when he spoke, and the words flowed more easily. He felt a sense of freedom that he had never felt before. He realized that the fear of speaking was disappearing because speaking had become a normal, everyday activity. It was just like brushing his teeth or putting on his shoes. By removing the pressure to be perfect, he allowed himself to be successful. He was finally enjoying the language, and that made all the difference in his progress and his happiness. After a few months of this routine, Leo's life changed in a wonderful way. One day at work, a visitor from another country came to the office. The visitor was lost and needed help finding the meeting room. Usually, Leo would have stayed quiet and hoped someone else would help. But this time, he felt a surge of confidence. He stood up, smiled, and said in clear English, "Hello, can I help you find your way?" He was able to give directions and even have a small conversation about the weather. The visitor thanked him and told him his English was very good. Leo felt like he was walking on air. All those small moments of talking to himself and his dog had paid off. He had turned his daily routine into a powerful tool for growth. He realized that he did not need a special talent to learn English. He just needed a plan and a little bit of courage every day. His story shows us that anyone can become a confident speaker if they just start small and keep going. English is not just a subject in a book. It is a way to connect with the world. I hope Leo's story inspires you to start your own English routine today. Remember, you do not need hours of free time. You just need to use the moments you already have. Start by talking to yourself while you get ready. Shadow our podcasts during your commute, and describe your world in English. You will be amazed at how quickly you improve. Thank you so much for joining me here at UniHouse Academy. It is truly an honor to be part of your learning journey. If you enjoyed this episode and want to hear more stories that help you learn, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support means everything to us and helps us keep creating these lessons for you. We believe in you and your ability to speak English fluently and confidently. Keep practicing, keep shadowing,
And most importantly, keep having fun with the language. I am Karen, and I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Have a wonderful day filled with English practice, and remember that every small step you take today brings you closer to your big goals tomorrow. Goodbye for now, and happy learning to all of our wonderful students around the world.